It's Madden NFL 23. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Browns and the Texans next on Madden NFL 23.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Browns in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers. So that's Kenny Pickett.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 89 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
They run the option on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From midfield now on second down. Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Pickett. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy, a graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 51 yards.
There were some signs of life from the ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Room here to run. Brandon Cooks. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Pickett sets up play action. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. And C.D., assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First and 10, it's Patterson. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. 3rd down, here's Patterson. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wound up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Houston set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Pickett, and he whips that one incomplete there. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. The Texans are 4-11 now in the year. And, Charles, it's a bleak picture, just to be frank, when you're in a hole like this.
And they're starting to run out of time. Not many games left in the season, so everyone's talking about find some inspiration. What they really need to find is some consistent and better play. That's the only way they'll find that win that they're seeking.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running straight ahead, Taylor to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Off play action, Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
A 54-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Patterson running between the tackles. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. On second down, a run with Patterson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Patterson is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Lots of look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense taking over again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
From the gun on third down, Pickett. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. First and 10, here's Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camardo is out there. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll get this to about the 38. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Pickett. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Number 84, Cordero Patterson. He's brought down at the 31.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Brown.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Complete to Cordero Patterson.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Patterson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 75. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Pickett throwing again on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Matt Hawk now to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Patterson on the draw play. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. That's caught by Howard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Pickett. This is caught. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From just shy of midfield, Pickett. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Second down, another run with Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Pickett now from the gun here. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On 2nd and 9, Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
We gonna do what we do.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Pickett back to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Here's Pickett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. York able to send this one through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. Before tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Mahomes' throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they show no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes, that's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush would just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And here comes the Texans now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And that's caught left side, it's Woods. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. As is complete to Woods. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Pickett right back to the air again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Here's Patterson again. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
It's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. Moving out, spreading, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run with Patterson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Touchdown, Browns. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pickett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pickett now on first down. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Back to throw, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Pickett's pass, intended for Wes Bachman, incomplete.
Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pickett to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Pickett. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Pickett back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Robert Woods, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Beginning on the ground with Patterson right around 3 yards down. Again, Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. The Browns on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. To throw again on second down, Pickett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Here's Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pickett's pass, intended for Wes Bachman, incomplete. Results, a 4th down.
Now Pickett on fourth down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Running the counter, Patterson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Patterson running between the tackles. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Third down, here's Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15 he goes. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Patterson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Browns, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, that first win remains elusive. They dropped to 0-12 now with the loss here. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.